welcome back to Aina Bear Farm. Thank you to our friend Jay for the great aerial footage. We've got some more. We may add future videos. Just need to take the time to kind of go through it all. It's been an interesting winter. January, I think we got 1 inch of rain, and in February we got about 50 inches of rain. So we've been staying busy, but rain and wind have been the kind of big stories lately. So wintertime is a big planting time for us because with the relatively consistent rain, we're able to get things in the ground and not worry so much about them drying out and not having to constantly supplement water. And with all of the extra rain, you can see, like, here's an ice cream bean that just is exploding with the flower heads that are coming. I mean, they're just all over this thing, and so that's kind of one of the effects of when we get tons and tons of rain. Things just kind of overflower, and we kind of have to be careful with some of the fruit trees on that because they'll really kind of overextend themselves, and then if it dries out, you have to watch out because it can be really harmful on the tree. So our perennial peanut ground covers, very happy. As soon as you get a little more sun, I think it's just really going to take off. We put in like things like this is a little tiny jaboti kaba we grew from seed. And we've got several other things that we can show you that we put in. It's also a time when we do some pruning. So you can see the pigeon pea there, cut back some of the bele spinach, what was just kind of getting a little leggy, kind of thin. And so here's some pigeon pea that's still there. It's the time of year where a lot of things start to flower. Here's an avocado covered in flowers, and even with the insane pummeling wind we had, this has hung on to a lot of flowers. Part of that, I think, is just over the years they strengthen when they're used to the wind, and part of it is just building up windbreak like this tithonia here. But we did cut that back, so it didn't really like extend to the upper part of the tree. I think it's just partly getting stronger. We also, as always, are building our mulch. So when we cut back the tithonia, you can see down here, that's all that organic matter that's building up is really going to help us out in the summer when we dry out. It'll lock in a lot of the moisture and help keep the fungal growth going, feed the trees. Here's a cassava. So we cut a bunch of these, put them in the ground, and you can see the little purple shoot coming out there. This is a really cool variety that has very dark purple leaves. It's very attractive. And we put a lot of those around. Here you can see the tithonia coming back after getting quite a bit of water from the rain. Rhylinia is one of the trees that gets really punished from the wind. We lose a lot of leaves when we get wind on the Rhylinia. But as long as it has adequate rainfall, you can see new leaves start coming back and it just starts budding out all over. This one's got plenty of flowers, still has never fruited. We'll see if this year's going to be the year. Here you can see the soursop, all the new really bright green growth coming out. Some fruits growing in there, just waiting for those to size up and ripen up. And then here, got a row of pineapples that are starting to flower, fruit. See the tops of them coming up there. These are all yellow pineapple, and our preference is the white pineapple, but these are quite good as well. I always thought growing up that I had a hard time eating yellow pineapple. They were too acidic and it sort of hurt my mouth and my stomach if I ate too much of it. Then I realized that a lot of that was due to the fact that, Pulu, what in the world are you doing? He's on the trail of something. Anyways, I realized that was actually due most likely to them not being fully ripened when they were picked, because these we let them get fully ripe and they're amazing, very low acid, very sweet. Still not as good as the white pineapple, but very good nonetheless. So we're looking forward to eating this. Here we can see an example of the perennial peanut ground cover that's really starting to spread, and you can see how you just come around, give it a little bit more room, and then it spreads out. We go through and weed it, and we just keep going. This started from like, I think 8 or 9 little plugs that were just kind of right in that middle area. Now we're starting to get a nice covering of the ground, and we've got this patch of grass here in the middle. As I pan around, you can see another patch. So we're looking forward to the day, hopefully not too far away, when those two meet up. I want to catch this guy for a minute. Just chilling in the mango here. Not a bad lifestyle, buddy. Our mangoes have been very quiet so far, no blooms, which is good because they would have rotted or fallen off. You can see swelling the tips there, and then some leaves starting to push there. So we'll probably get blooms soon, and hopefully the timing will be good, that we'll get plenty of fruit this year. Winter is definitely the time to plant our coffee. This is a little Kotoro variety planted in the shade of some cooking bananas here. Definitely have to get those in the winter, otherwise they probably just fry in the hot summer sun. And then over not far away, our macnut tree has been flowering, and you can see at least one little tiny macnut. That's the first one coming. And we've got plenty of other flower spikes here, so you hopefully will get some more. Excited to try that, see how it is. Here are white pineapples are blooming, and these guys are huge plants. Been here a while. Planted with the moringa. It looks so interesting when they first start coming out. I'm very excited about the white pineapple. We had a very good loquat season. Really tasty. And we've still got some green fruit here, so we may enjoy a little bit of an extended season. With all the rain, what eventually started to happen, let's see if I can find an example, they sort of started to get like waterlogging, and the fruit would get damaged. But before that happened, we got plenty of really tasty fruit. Ulu tree is looking good. We had a fruit on this one, but it got knocked off by some of the strong winds. That's okay. It's going to produce a lot more fruit next season, I think. And we've gotten 2 air layers off of this already. And this one might be getting closer. It's hard to see. I don't see much evidence of root in there, so leave that on a little bit longer. But so far, 2 successful air layers. So we have 2 new ulu trees we can plant from this mother tree. That's Pretty cool. This isn't much to look at right now, but just to kind of share something else that we do in the winter. This is a patch of turmeric, so we constantly expanding how much turmeric we're growing, and I put a little line of perennial peanut right there in the middle just to try to get some ground cover established, because if you don't, you're just going to get weeds. So I just wanted to get something going here, and when that pops up, it'll look really nice. We also plant turmeric, so we plant it in rows like that, but we also kind of just stick it in little shade spots. Like this is underneath a pretty big ice cream bean. We just have nice guilds going here with some chayote squash climbing on this trellis. Then we've got a chaicharu fruit down there, relative of the mangosteen. A little native fern over there. Some pigeon pea on this side. So just a lot going on in that little area there. So think about all that rain. You get flowers. You get exploding plant growth. Nice, beautiful green tips, leaves on trees. You get gigantic growth of some trees. But you also just get jungle. All the grass, all the weeds. Here's just a pile of weeds. So everything grows. Things that you want and things that you don't really want. But that's okay. Overall, we need the rain. We love the rain. So thanks for joining us for this update. We will be coming back in the next few weeks. We'll have some more videos coming out. Be working hard on some new projects, so we're excited to show you how some of those are going. And we will see you next time here at Aina Bear Farm. Aloha.